It is now time to test the video capabilities of the iPhone XR and Galaxy S10e. Welcome everyone, it is Andrew here from AppleInsider, and we have our S10e and our iPhone XR. We are going to compare both of these phones in a variety of different video situations. We're going to jump into the stock video apps, test slow motion, testing zoom, testing exposure adjustments, testing focus, all of these different things. Even as we just jump into the camera app here in the studio, you can already tell there's going to be a pretty sizable difference between these two handsets. Just looking at the white balance right off the bat with these lights in the background, we can see the iPhone is just a little bit more blue than it is in real life, and the Galaxy is very heavy on the warm side. But we're going to go outside, film a bunch of stuff, and leave it up to you guys to decide which phone is better. So once we get through all the sample footage, let us know down below in the comments which one you thought outperformed the other. First, let's test the stability of either phone. They both have optical image stabilization, but let's see how they do as we jog down a flight of stairs. So this is the default mode for both of them, and overall they both did a really good job. There's no real clear winner, they each have a little bit of bobbling up and down, but neither are bad by any means. But what really makes a big difference is on the Galaxy S10e, which has an extra feature known as Super Steady. Here is going down the stairs a second time, but this time with Super Steady turned on. You can see how much of a big difference this made when going down the stairs. There's still just as much shuddering, the phones are equal with each other, there's still jittering there on the left hand side on the iPhone, but the S10e is holding its own remarkably well with Super Steady turned on. In this test shot, we are going to look at how quickly they're able to adjust the exposure by looking directly at the light and then casting down into a dark spot and then back up into the sun and down once more. The iPhone definitely adjusts quicker and the colors are more vibrant and it's better exposed. Here's another stability testing shot where you can see that the iPhone again is a little bit better exposed even with those harsh God rays coming right into the lens. In the 4K footage, the Galaxy S10e was on the dark side. At the beginning of this clip, you can see the big difference in white balance right off the bat, where the iPhone is a bit too cool and the Galaxy too warm. But once we get away from the sun and actually move on to the subject of our video, the waterfall, things balance out much better. You'll also notice in this 4K footage, the Galaxy is just a little bit softer in some of the areas like the details on the rocks, where the iPhone comes out a little bit crisper with more contrast and range. This footage here is 4K 60p, and we're going to see how long it takes to change focus. You can see the Samsung jumped there first with another about second before the iPhone pulled it in. With the actual waterfall, each phone takes a different approach. The iPhone makes the water effect look a little softer, whereas the Galaxy sharpens things up a bit. Next up, we have some lower quality 720p footage. The white balance still an issue on both phones, each kind of overcorrecting, though that sharpness really comes into play here on the Galaxy side, and it helps just a little bit with that lower resolution. In this 4K footage, we go ahead and expand the digital zoom to the maximum potential. You can see even though the Galaxy can zoom in far further than the iPhone, it's basically pointless because the footage is absolute garbage. It is blurry and blown out. You can't even tell what you're looking at compared to what you can see on the iPhone. Also worth noting here again, the better color balance on the iPhone versus the oversaturation and warmness on the Galaxy. In this delightful slow-mo footage, you can see the distinct difference once more in slow motion detail between the two phones. The iPhone is still making things a little soft in the actual water, which could be good or bad depending on your preference, and the Galaxy is adding a little bit more sharpness, which can be beneficial in a lot of situations. While the water looks like it has a lot of detail, the rocks on the other hand completely lose their sharpness, while the rocks on the iPhone side are still very sharp with crisp edges. The ones on the Galaxy are just a little bit blurry and you don't see that detail there. As long as you're not focusing on that, the footage looks great. On the Galaxy, we also have super slow-mo, which crops things in a lot and darkens things overall. The footage also doesn't look very good and it's limited to 720p, but it is still kind of a fun effect. Quickly, we're going to look at the selfie cameras and test the audio capture at the same time. This is the audio test with the selfie camera. I've got both the iPhone XR and the Samsung Galaxy S10e. Like we saw with selfie photos, the Galaxy is a little more washed out than the iPhone is. Listening to the audio, it was a very difficult task for both phones with that waterfall in the background, though they both managed to isolate the sound of the voice very well. It just had distinct patterns on each of them. This is our last selfie camera test with minimal background audio on the XR and the S10e. Here, I think the Samsung isolated the voice better, but the background noise when there was no voice was way too loud. It's time to wrap it up and put a bow on it. So which phone performed the best overall? It's really difficult to say because both of them had their strong points and their weak points. Looking first at the iPhone, we felt that overall it had better color accuracy, it was quicker with exposure adjustments, which is really handy in a lot of situations, and had better dynamic range. That said, it was lacking sharpness in a few situations. It's not nearly as slow in slow-mo mode as the super slow motion mode is on the Galaxy S10e. There's also not that much digital zoom when you're recording a video. It also had slower focus times compared to the S10e, which brings us to the Galaxy S10e and where it excelled. While some of the footage was not as good as the iPhone, it had probably the most technically impressive features. Super slow-mo is really cool, but you're really limited to the amount of time that you can record and what that subject's going to be, and the quality is pretty bad on it. It also has that super stable mode, which is really cool when you're moving around a whole lot. It definitely improved the quality of our footage. So, which one of these is definitely the better phone? That's really hard to say, so we'll let you guys say it down below in the comments. Enjoy that video? Click like and press on that subscribe button. Be sure to check out the AppleInsider price guide that has the best deals on Apple devices and is updated daily. Follow us on social media, and we'll see you guys in the next video.